Okay, so the next concept is host processors, JMeter host processors. Yeah, let's see where we can find them. Okay, and what is the purpose of this host processors and so on. Okay. Yeah, so we have a test plan and we have some config elements. We'll come back to config elements later. And we have set up one teardown and we have one thread. And we understood the thread group details. So let me revert this. I'll just make it one thread. And the loop also, I'll just make it one only. Okay, ramp up, let it be simple. Okay, so under this thread group, okay, I have one controller. And under that controller, I have three different requests, right? So one request is to go to the landing page of this node commerce, right? So let me explain the scenario manual in the browser, okay? And then I will go back. Yeah. So I'm just trying to go to browser, okay? And I'm going to hit the URL, landing page URL I'm going to hit. So I can see the landing page of this particular application, which is Node Commerce demo application. Okay, so I can see landing page. Okay, so just to see this landing page, this is the request, right? No commerce request. Okay, in the same way, these requests are what I'm talking about. Okay, in the same way, I have the other things like search with Apple. So what I'm going to do is I'll go back to browser and I'll search with a search term called Apple. Okay, I can see auto suggestions over here and I'm going to select Apple icon. So ICAM details page will be shown. Right. So three different actions I did. So I can see three different requests. So first one is for landing page, second one is to search with Apple, and third action is to navigate to Apple ICAM products details page. All these are requests. We will also call it as samples. Right. So when I'm trying to run this sample, right, what happens? Request goes and response comes back, right? So give me a second. Okay. Yeah. So as we understood from this basic diagram, what is that we are trying to do? We are sending a request. Server will process our request and it provides us back the response. Right. So what are we trying to do? Once we get the response, we may have to do something. And before request, we may have to do something else. Right. So let's try to understand how can we achieve it. Okay, yeah. So to do that, what I'm going to do is in JMeter, this is the request, right? So okay, this is the request, right? So landing page request. We have search with Apple input request. We have another request called navigate to Apple ICAM product details. We have three different requests. So what happens is, yeah, we have first request which is hitting. Okay, Under this request, we had a assertion. Response assertion. That means we are trying to validate whether this request is processed successfully in the server or not. Okay. In the same way, we have another request called search request. Okay, and we have another request called navigate to Apple product list. Right. So from this request, once this request is processed, we will get the response. Right. Request will be sent. Response will come back to the client from the server. In response, we may have to extract something to do our testing. Why should we do that? Right. So why should we do that? We'll try to understand. Okay. So let me run this. So once I run this, I'll just show some simple thing from the response. So what did we do? We requested the application. Server responded with some set of landing page details. And later on, we requested application with Apple search. So application responded back with the 2 products in Apple iCam and some other laptop. Right. So we are requesting something, application responding something else. It's responding some other data information with whatever we requested. So we have to make sure that server is properly responding. Server is properly responding the data whatever we are expecting. If it is not, then then that is an issue, right? So what is that we are trying to do is when I hit the server with single user, it may work fine. When I hit the same request with 1,000 users, server may be slow or server may error out or it may not respond back to me properly at 1,000 users load. Right. So it may happen. So that's the purpose. We have to verify the response or we have to extract some data from response. Right. So to achieve that, okay, what we will try to do is if I go to result summary. So the first request, right? First request is I am trying to hit the landing page, right? So I'm just trying to provide the landing page URL. So response, what did I get? I got the HTML page, right? So if I go here and if I change this to HTML, I can see this is the HTML page. So whatever we can see on the landing page, same thing we can see over here also, right? In the same way, if I hit the next one, right, request is I am requesting the search with some term called Apple. When I search with Apple, server is responding back to me with some information, right? But how it is giving me? Server is responding back to me in the form of JSON. This is the JSON object. This is JSON object. So I am getting back the data in the form of JSON. That JSON object, whoever developed UI, they are trying to show in the form of with the good styles and on top of the web page, right? But when we run the JMeter scripts, we may not see the real browser, so we may have to extract the response data, okay, and that response data we have to validate. Okay, to validate this response data, we have some config elements in JMeter called what to say, post processors, right? So we have something called as post processors. Yeah, these are the post processors, right? So what is the purpose of these post processors is after processing a request, we will get a response. From that response, we have to take something. It can be a token or it can be some data or it can be something else, whatever it can be. Once a request is processed, we will get a response, and from the response, I will take some data and I will proceed next set of test steps with that particular data. right? So that we can, right, that we can achieve it with the help of post processors in JMeter, right? So there are many post processors, right? So one of the example we are trying to see is to extract the JSON object or JSON data. In the same way, we can extract many elements, from the UI also, UI data, whatever we are trying to get. We can extract the XPath, we can extract the style, CSS selector, we can extract the JSON, we can extract some tokens. Okay, so there are many ways of the post processors. So let's try to understand one after the another. Okay, so as I was explaining, right, so we hit the application responded back with some response, and from that response we are trying to extract something, right? Okay, there are different types of post processors in JMeter, right? So what are they? CSS selector extractor, JSON extractor. Just now we saw the JSON. So to extract the JSON, we have one predefined extractor in JMeter. In the same way, okay, we have different options like boundary extractor, regular expression extractor, JSR223 post processor, debug post processor to debug the elements, XPath extractor, bean shell post processor. Right, there are many. Right, so let's try to understand one by one, which are very important for us.